Greetings, ghouls. It's Spooky Creepy J here, and I'm back with some more Tales from the Crypt.
Tales from the Crypt.
Tonight, we're looking at an episode titled, What's Cookin'? As routine in Tales from the Crypt, the show is a star-studded lineup of actors, including Meatloaf, Bess Armstrong, and three-time Superman star Christopher Reeve. And if that isn't enough to get you going, we're eating something strange in tonight's edition, so I hope you've left some room for supper. We meet our main characters, Fred and Irma, two restaurant owners dying to keep their business open, with their main dish being squid on a stick. I have a good idea why. Gaston tells Fred about a killer barbecue recipe, but Fred calls him a drifter and declines his advice. His friend Phil, a police officer, comes in for a cup of coffee. When offered a squid sandwich, he jets out of the restaurant. Later that night, Irma brings a plate of squid to Gaston. She apologizes for what her husband Fred said before. You know, the whole grifter thing? Gaston asks Irma to leave her husband Fred to be with him, but his attempt fails. Shocker. Fred is still at the restaurant preparing for the next day when Chumley, the landlord, comes in and demands the money owed to him. He doesn't have it, so Chumley gets pissed.
One other tiny little thing. You're one lousy cook. You fat son of a bitch! You can't do that to me!
Fred cuts his landlord on the hand.
Tell me. I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me. Tell me, you all right? I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. You're crazy! I'm calling the cops! You hear the cops! Mr. Chumley, please, you don't understand. The cops! Mr. Chumley!
So defeated, Fred goes home. He discloses their financial situation, and his wife is not happy about it, but she's not leaving her husband, rich or poor. The next day, they come in to the restaurant waiting for their eviction notice. Phil, the policeman, comes in for a coffee, and today he's starved. He asks for some grub, and when Irma looks in the fridge for some eggs, they find some mystery steak.
I didn't want to say anything because I was afraid that you guys would tell me not to. But you know that barbecue idea that I was talking about? Well, I took the initiative and spoke with this supplier that I know, and he gave me a really good deal. I hope you're not angry with me.
I ain't angry, I'm starved. Come on, let's throw one of those babies on the grill.
Then the policeman tells them that their landlord is missing. The cops found his car in an alleyway nearby with a ton of blood. Two ladies walk in and sit down for some food. Fred notices that Gaston is patting himself down with his landlord's handkerchief, which Gaston insists isn't true. So the policeman is the first to try the steak, and he thinks it's divine. More customers walk in, and Irma yells for more steak.
Can you hold this door open for me?
Yes.
You killed Mr. Chumley.
Jeez, Fred, you make it sound so ugly.
You killed Mr. Chumley!
Yes, okay, I killed him. Just hold that door open.
So Fred walks back to the front of the house and watches a restaurant full of people eat his landlord, including his wife. Remarkable, isn't it? So they wind up making nearly $1,500 that night, and Gaston demands that he gets 50% of their earnings and he will continue to supply the meat. And before you know it, the Squid restaurant becomes the hottest steakhouse in town. A restaurant critic is ordering seconds. There isn't an open seat in the restaurant. Even Fred is down to try some of the steak. All seems well.
Hey, Phil. How you doing? Usual?
My wife wants to know why I never eat at the house anymore. I told her, honey, if you make a steak like these guys, I'd never leave the house.
They're making a killing in the restaurant biz now. Irma goes to tell Fred that they've made almost $8,000. Gaston takes the gun out of Irma's purse. Fred is real nervous now that the cops are possibly onto him. Gaston follows Irma home. He came over to spill everything.
Irma, I don't know how to tell you this. It's Fred. He's been killing people.
What?
It's too horrible. This whole secret recipe thing, it's Fred's idea. It's not mine.
Are you telling me that we've been...
What do you think he's been doing every night that he stays at the restaurant late? I saw him the first time when he killed Mr. Chumley. I promised to keep his secret, but I can't do it anymore. I'm scared for him, Irma. He knows the cops are onto him.
He tells her that her husband is a murderer and he's going to kill himself tonight with Irma's gun. Irma checks her purse and Gaston was right. So Gaston goes to the restaurant to check up on Fred, who is in the back room. Fred clobbers him with a pan and they fight. Holy shit.
As usual, we're gonna do things my way. And I say you're gonna blow your fucking brains out. Murder, suicide, plays much better. The distraught couple. The cops closing in. They were arguing, officer, when I got here. It was horrible. He picked up a cleaver and he fired! God!
You said that Fred was gonna kill himself using my gun. Fred knows I never put any bullets in my gun.
Nope, never. I won't let her. Thanks for the phone call, honey. He got here just when you said he would. Now, what are we going to do with him?
I know he has such a big mouth.
Big mouth.
I say he died.
Officer! Officer! Officer, thank God you made it. Here are the killers. They killed Chumley, and who knows who else.
Yeah. What to do?
What do you mean? Arrest them?
Yeah, I could do that, but you see, I've developed this taste.
And that's it, folks. Another mouth-watering edition of Tales from the Crypt. I enjoyed this one a lot. I think it's one of the more clever episodes, and it's surely one that sticks with you. So often in Tales from the Crypt, we dive into marital issues and problematic no-good relationships. Infidelity is a frequent theme of the show, but we get an exemplary relationship here. They work together as a unit, as any great relationship should. Unity is the greatest strength. Instead, the evil was an external force, in this case, their staff Gaston. Gaston was the catalyst that irreversibly changed the couple's lives forever. I was pretty shocked to see the police officer get on board and fill the shoes of Gaston in the end. Overall, I really enjoyed this episode. I thought it isn't exactly about Thanksgiving, but I think it fits in great this week, and I wish you and your loved ones a very nice Thanksgiving and holiday season. I have other videos on Tales from the Crypt on my channel, as well as some other cool shows. If you've enjoyed my video, please like and comment, and think about subscribing. It'll tremendously help out the channel. And let me know what your favorite episodes of Tales from the Crypt are below.